Hi everyone, this is Jason Burack of Wall Street from Main Street. I'm just going to do a short video today. What are the 4 most dangerous words in finance? Well, if you follow the works of Doug Casey, Jim Rogers, many other great investors, they will tell you the 4 most dangerous words are, this time it's different. And in this particular case, I'm going to talk about Ethereum. Now, let's go back through the past and talk about some of the bubbles and the rationalization for some of them. So with the technology stocks, it was that there's a new economy, website. All you need to do to get rich is put up a website and get eyeballs and clicks, and you're going to get rich. And the technology stocks are going to go up. Then with real estate, there was real estate prices never go down. Subprime is contained. There's been a ton of pumpers in gold and silver saying, in the past there was, silver is going to be at $500 or $1,000 an ounce in a year or two. Gold's going to be over $10,000 or over $20,000 an ounce in a year or two. So it's common in a lot of different industries, a lot of different asset prices, even with Beanie Babies. So this has to do with the psychology of human beings with greed and fear. Actually, I recommend this audiobook. I read it last year called The Great Beanie Baby Bubble: Mass Delusions and the Dark Side of Cute. Think it's valuable. You'll find it in there how the guy who created Beanie Babies, Ty Warner, he faked it to make it look like the supply of the Beanie Babies was limited, but while he cranked out more and more supply. So anyways, let's get back to Ethereum. So this is the all-time chart of Ethereum. And, last year it took off a lot. I had on in early 2016, before he was famous, David Seaman, before Pedogate, before his YouTube channel exploded to over 150,000 subscribers and millions of views. He was just a guy who was covering Bitcoin, gold, silver, BitGold. It was BitGold at the time, and now they're gold money, and Ethereum. And he had bought Ethereum around 25 cents, and I think he had sold it as a speculation around $9. And he was talking about how there was a lot of Bitcoin developers going to Ethereum, and they were probably on to something. So I speculated in Ethereum then. I want to congratulate you guys if you have done very, very well in Ethereum. Some of you are sitting on over 10-fold gains. But look at this Ethereum chart, guys. This is not a natural market, okay? So this gets me back to this time it's different. Okay, so I've been warning people who have speculation profits in Ethereum. I already took my money off the table. I bought my speculation coins between $9 and $13 a coin last year, and in less than a year, I have more than 6-fold profit on some of my coins and more than 9-fold profit on others. I sold all of my coins around $87 a coin. I think at $87 a coin. So obviously I missed a lot of the move higher the last week or so. 10 week to 10 days, but Ethereum now is $164.17. Look at this chart. This is not normal in finance, guys. Look, this is almost a 90-degree angle straight up. This is almost a vertical angle here on the chart. That's all. Let's switch to a 1-year chart here really quick. Hopefully the CoinDesk program doesn't take too long to load. But I just want to give you guys, this is for those of you guys who are riding all of your coins and are not taking money off the table. I want to issue you guys another formal warning about these types of charts in finance, okay? So these types of charts in finance do happen from time to time, but they do not continue to go straight up, okay? Without fail, there will eventually be a very, very, this is the 1-year chart, there will eventually be a very, very nasty correction. And since we've gone up so quickly and so much in percentage term in so short amount of time, 40 to 60% correction in the near future, I had originally said that. It may be more than that. So yes, there's fundamentals, and yes, there is some very good technology behind Ethereum. The problem is long-term, like many of you crypto experts have told me with Ethereum coin, is that the guy who's running it is not limiting the supply. So if he's going to do good innovation with the technology, but he's going to keep pumping out the supply, or if there's a problem and there's an exploited area, what's to stop, more hard forks and more supply creation? So, if that's going to continue, where there's going to be almost an infinite amount of new supply and potential exploitation of the of the code there in their blockchain or whatever, then there's going to be problems with Ethereum, and this is gonna prevent the price from going to 1,000, as some websites are pumping now, saying with the jumping on the momentum bandwagon. So if you haven't taken any money off the table from your Ethereum gains and you're sitting on 9-fold gains or more, you're just a greedy bastard here at this point. You better. Oh, I don't want to pay taxes. It's better to pay taxes and take some money off the table, so at least you can have some rationality. Trust me, there's been market stocks that I've been in. One example was Molycorp. I did a lot of research about the rare earths market. They had a good business plan, Molycorp, at one point, but they couldn't execute on it. But I bought the stock right out of IPO at like $6 a share, and it went up to $65, $70 a share. And I should have taken the money off the table for my profits there. And I had obviously very, very big gains. It was over a 10-bagger. And, I was going on TV, not going on TV. I was watching mining analysts go on TV and say, oh, Molycorp is going to make, $5 a share earnings and the stock price is going to go over 300. And, I should not have believed these arguments. But, this goes back to the human brain with greed and fear. And I got caught up in it. And, I try to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to help you guys out to capture gains. If you want to be a good investor or speculator, you have to learn to take some money off the table. So, in hindsight, I want to learn from my mistakes. And what I should have done with Molycorp is I should have probably sold the entire position, but at least taken half of my shares off the table, then rang the register in some gains. For those of you who are not familiar with Molycorp, they couldn't execute their business plan, and they kept, selling more and more shares. They kept taking on more and more debt, and they eventually filed for bankruptcy. This is just one person on Twitter was trying to tell me with Ethereum and showing me a chart that this is the next Apple computer. Well, the thing about Apple computer, guys, is did Steve Jobs and the other CEOs of Apple, did they keep selling unlimited shares? So this is what has me worried about the price of Ethereum. Yes, there's some good innovation technology behind it, but they don't have a network effect like Bitcoin does. Bitcoin actually has people using, besides just speculation, there's online gambling websites that use Bitcoin. You can you can use Bitcoin for some e-commerce websites. So there is a network effect behind it rather than just speculation. So I think Ethereum doesn't really have that network effect. And there's also a lot of Bitcoin coders that are working on adding Ethereum, some of the things behind Ethereum, into future developments of blockchain technology or spin-offs and things like that. So, I think we're going to have a really, really nasty correction in Ethereum, but people are telling me that this is the next Apple computer, this is great innovation, this time is different. Well, throughout finance, and you guys know I've studied a lot of finance, I've interviewed some of the greatest investors, when you have these types of gains, okay, when you have a chart that's vertical like that, when you have over 10-fold gains in such a short amount of time, it's prudent to take some money off the table. I'm not planning on buying back into any Ethereum as a speculation until we see at least a 40 to 60% correction. The main thing is we have to see sentiment flip. I see Facebook posts and people on Twitter talking about how rich they are going to get with Ethereum. I've heard from friends that people are making YouTube videos now that were predicting gold, silver at 1,000 in only a short amount of time. Now they're predicting Ethereum's going to 1,000 in a short amount of time. These are signals, contrarian indicators of tops. So I just want you guys to be wary. For those of you sitting on very big Ethereum gains that haven't sold any yet, you've been warned. Okay, well, that's it for today's video, guys. I do care about you. If you do have gains on the table, if you do have gains in your account, they're not gains until you sell. Yes, you will have to pay taxes on them, but at least they are some gains and you could book a profit. And almost nothing in finance, really ever, without fail, goes straight up like this, whether it's Beanie Babies or a specific stock or anything, unless it's a fraud. But, then eventually it's going to collapse and go to zero as well. So nothing can go straight up like that. It's just not natural and not how markets work. Right now, obviously, greed is in control with this Ethereum price. There was probably some fundamental justification for the price moving up quite a bit higher than $9 or $13 a coin, but things are just, gaining momentum and getting ahead of themselves. For Ethereum to have, I think it has it's over 91 million coins already and over $16 billion market cap. And from what some of my crypto experts who listen to this channel was telling me, there's just enormous amount of new coin supply coming online. Plus you have problems that could come down the line with hard forks creating even larger supply. So, $1,000 a coin in the near future, maybe in the long term, maybe there's a small probability of it, but in the short term, it's extremely unrealistic. It would basically have to go up at a 90-degree angle for longer and longer and longer. So, this would be something if there is an options market. One of my listeners, I think, said there's something on GDAX. If you're a trader or speculator and you know what you're doing with options, this may be some time to look for out-of-the-money puts, where you give yourself maybe a different strike price on puts and maybe give yourself different time scenarios to let it play out. But, when you have charts like this, basically without fail, there is going to be a very nasty correction in the near future. But congratulations, guys, if you do have Ethereum profits. I already rang the register. I know I've been trying to warn some of my friends who do have Ethereum profits as well. Some of them are headstrong, though, and haven't sold a single coin. Good luck with that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Since 1972, the McIlvaney Financial Group has been a conservative, contrarian investment firm. With that mindset, they have created a multifaceted approach to portfolio management, offering a wide array of services including wealth management, a unique short fund, hedging through precious metals, and excellent educational resources. We have had David McIlvaney on our show multiple times because we respect his outlook, viewpoints, and recommendations. You really need to let them give you a much better understanding of what true portfolio diversification is. Just go to McIlvaney.com/Main Street, with Main Street all spelled out, to get introduced and to garner free information. Again, that's McIlvaney.com/Main Street to schedule your free 20-minute consulting session. Wall Street for Main Street needs your help. YouTube stole $7,200 from Wall Street for Main Street in annualized YouTube AdWords revenues, and they kneecapped our analytics down by more than 80% across the board since September 2016 with their new censorship algorithms to stop the rapid growth of our channel. That was money we could have used to upgrade our website, pay bills, and invest in improving our content and growing our business. Our audience of loyal listeners is all over the globe and so large now that if most or all of our listeners were to commit to donating $1 to $5 each month to our Patreon account, we could easily meet our goal on Patreon. Wall Street for Main Street also accepts one-time donations on our main wallstreetformainstreet.com website. That's WALLSTFORMAINST.com website via PayPal, Gold Money, or Bitcoin. We also accept donations of physical precious metals that can be mailed to us. Thanks to all listeners who have already made a donation, and thanks in advance to any listeners who make a future donation or contribution to the growth, improvement, and success of Wall Street for Main Street.